Hey, Johnny.
Hello, Grant. How you going?
Good. This is so weird. Normally we do something a bit different to this. Normally, I'm either at my house or sometimes in a hotel room. Mm-hmm. And you're normally... Where are you?
I'm normally at home. But we don't normally do this face-to-face. This is the first one face-to-face, so I think this is a memorable episode.
I think it's going to lead to some different outcomes.
The dynamics might change a little. We'll see. We'll see how we go.
Do you know what's not different?
No, what's not different?
This.
Запилки, пум-пум, карам, в опилки, пум-пум-пум. Если я чешу в затылке, не беда. В голове моей опилки, да.
So, John, did you bring your spectacles with you?
No, I didn't. I totally forgot them. I've just recently got glasses. Just recently, like in the last month. Just recently. And of course, I forget to take them anywhere, especially when I need them. So...
Before we keep talking, welcome along, listeners, to But I Won't Do That. It is a weekly-ish, very-ish,
podcast,
a weekly-ish podcast where I, Grant Mullen, and my great friend who's here with me this week, John Menzies, pull apart, rip apart, and comment on song lyrics that you probably love and you used to love and you're probably going to love them even more or not. And John, this week we've got, even though you don't have your spectacles on, you can...
I think I'll be all right.
Do you want to borrow mine?
No, it's all right. You stay handsome over there.
I've also got some...
I can read this. It's okay. I just know it's probably slightly blurry.
I've got to the point in my life now where I have multifocals, which doesn't mean I'm getting old, by the way.
No, young people have glasses too.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Young kids, I get always encouraged when I see a young kid with really thick glasses.
It's great, isn't it? It is great. I always watch. Hope they fall over or something.
There's nothing like another person's handicap to make you feel better about your own life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I was looking out today for a guy with a limp.
Were you?
Yeah,
I saw someone in a wheelchair and I thought...
Bingo.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you shout bingo at them?
No, I just nudged them with my car a little bit. They're fine.
Yeah, well, that will take... You got to be careful or they'll end up in a... Too late.
Oh, you see, it doesn't matter. They're already in a wheelchair, so you can't do any work.
So, what? How fast were you going?
It was in the Bunnings car park, so don't worry about it.
It's 108. Yeah, 108 kilometres.
No, it was about 94.
Oh, okay. Well, that's sensible.
Yeah, I was just drifting around.
Yeah.
You know?
So we're talking about songs.
We are talking about songs, and boy, do I have a song for you, Grant.
Is it humdinger?
Is this absolute humdinger?
Oh, I do like
it's
very
by,
humdinger. Now, is it a known artist? Let me play 20 questions. There'll probably be 4.
Okay.
Is it a well-known artist?
Oh, very well known. He's an absolute favourite.
Oh, so a male. Haha,
Well done.
I picked that up.
Yeah.
Okay. Alive or not alive? We're not allowed to use the word dead because that's judgmental.
Currently, he's not alive.
But might be in the future.
Look, potentially. Depends on technology.
So
I don't know.
Obviously someone with a
lot. But I'd assume no, but as you were just about to go, yeah, someone with a lot of money.
Yeah? Mm. Okay. Did he own a ranch?
I believe he did own a ranch. You've narrowed it down to about 4,000 artists now.
Is it Mel Gibson?
No, it's not. And I'm also not sure about his music career output.
Then it must be Bruce Willis.
Is that a music career?
Bruce Willis had an album called Bruno.
Yeah, but is that a music career? I mean, to be honest, I haven't listened to the songs.
He can't remember now anyway.
Well, that's true.
That's relevant.
Poor fella.
I know. Oh. Yeah, because Bruce Willis thought, if I'm going to die, I'm not going to die easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to die hard.
He's going to die hard. Poor fella.
Yeah. So who is this artist this week?
Grant is an artist who I often wonder, what's he doing nowadays? He doesn't seem to be doing much output. Anyway, so it's an old fella. I don't know if you've heard of him. A gentleman called Michael Jackson. Yeah, that white lady called Michael Jackson. And
do you mean Diana Ross?
We're going to do the song Gone Too Soon.
Oh, is that what they played at his funeral?
They play it at people's funerals.
They should have played it at his. I wonder what they did play at Michael Jackson's funeral.
Well, he wouldn't have done it live. So, So I don't know. We should look into. No, you know what? I'm not going to look into Michael Jackson's
We're not
funeral.
music
I'm not
historians.
really,
We're not here for that.
yeah. Anyway, he's not doing much nowadays, but there is. He's left a
Lazy bastard.
back catalogue. You know,
Yeah.
some people feel differently about it. Than
He
others.
owned the Beatles songs too, didn't he?
He did. Yes, he did. I know he did.
So he hasn't just left his own back catalogue; he's left theirs as well.
I don't know if the Beatles were able to buy that back.
Not sure. If you
I know
do
he had
know,
a dispute with Paul McCartney about it.
maybe
They
one of
fell
our
out.
listeners know. They can.
If Paul,
leave
Paul
a
if you're
comment.
listening, mate. Paul, if you're listening, mate, can you call in? Give us a call.
I would listen to this shite if you paid me.
Well, we'll do a Beatles song one day, I'm pretty sure. And you know what? I'm sure we'll get a phone call of complaint, or at least an angry email from a lawyer.
I nearly picked one for tonight.
Oh, Beatles!
Yeah, I've got one.
You have? Good. Are you gonna announce it now for the future, or just keep it under your
I
hat?
can tell you it's from the album Rubber Soul.
Okay, an album I'm not familiar with, so I couldn't even guess.
That was my intro to the Beatles album, Rubber Soul. Yeah. My mum had it on a 33 and a third RPM record. Vinyl back in the day.
Vinyl.
I've still got it. It's in that cupboard over there.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
I can point to stuff at my house and John can see it.
And I can look and go, oh yeah, stuff.
See that fridge?
I can see that fridge.
It's really cool inside.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's chilly.
Let's jump into the
All
lyrics.
right. So we're doing Michael Jackson Gone Too Soon. Should we just fire into it, Greg?
I'd love it. Now, full disclosure, I have not pre-read these lyrics. I'm doing a cold response to John's lyrics tonight. So one week John chooses stuff, one week I choose stuff.
Mm-hmm.
John always does his homework. I sometimes do my homework.
Thank you for saying I always do my homework.
You do,
when, I don't think I do.
You're a good little boy.
I am a good little boy.
Oh, whose voice was that? Was that Bugs Bunny?
I don't know what you were doing.
I'm a good little boy.
That's not very Bugs Bunny-ish. I
sounds-
thought it was something out of Harry Potter, like a gremlin or something. I thought you were Dobby out of...
Dobby there. I'm
You're a bit Dobby.
I'm
Maybe-
trying to do... This is how shit I am at voices. I'm trying to do Bugs Bunny. You're hearing Dobby the house elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that could be my ears.
Can you
It
please-
might not be you. Your impression might have been perfect. I don't know.
Someone give me a sock. Anyway, this is from the movie. John's just looked at me
Wait,
like...
what?
John keeps
still
looking
don't
at
get the reference.
I make these most obscure references and John just looks at me like, what are you even on, Mullen? Anyway,
All right, let's fire into it. Let's
we
see.
keep
All right.
we keep threatening to.
Okay. First few lyrics.
Okay.
Like a comet
Okay.
blazing across the evening sky, gone too soon.
Okay. Well, yes, that is relevant. I don't know about... How many comets have you seen?
Only a few, but my experience of comets is that I have foreknowledge that they zip through the sky in half a second, and I never go, oh, that was gone far too soon. I was expecting it to last 63 seconds.
I'm not sure whether you're confusing comets with meteorites. I think you might be thinking about meteorites. Because meteorites are gone too soon, but comets, like Halley's comet...
Comets still are exactly when scientists
They
expect
say,
them and they disappear.
So Halley's comet's like every, 74 years or something like that? They know
Something
when it's
like
coming
that.
again?
Did you see it?
I did, in the 80s.
I did too. I
In the
remember
80s.
watching that myself in the schoolyard.
I am that old.
Yeah.
I saw Halley's
I
comet.
saw Halley's comet.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be good on a t-shirt, wouldn't it?
I watched it through a bit of broken glass from a beer bottle.
Oh, that's pretty clever. Was that because you had an abusive childhood and you had that stuck in your eye, or was it... How did
Yeah, I'd probably fallen off a bike and had it lodged in my leg. I think that's how that came about.
Yeah. So I remember watching it in the backyard of my house in Frankston in Victoria, and I think that was the year that Mum and Dad got me a telescope.
Ooh. Okay. I hope you didn't watch the sun through a telescope.
No, that's an eclipse. This is Halley's comet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can watch.
Oh, that's true. You can watch a comet, of course. I was thinking of an eclipse for some reason. I'm getting everything wrong.
Why did you look at Halley's comet through a bit of broken glass?
No, sorry. It was an eclipse I watched. I do remember Halley's Comet, and I remember seeing it. I had a completely different memory from something else.
You're like, hang on, once I remember... No, wait. That wasn't me.
You know what? You know what it was?
What?
We were so poor. I had a pair of glasses
How poor?
made out of beer bottle glass with wire and tape. That's because we were poor.
Oh, you think you were poor? We were so poor, there are 150 of us living in wet shoebox in middle of road.
Well, here we go with the next.
Sorry, so like
No, it's
I've
all
got to see. Okay, carry on, Michael.
Like a rainbow, fading in the twinkling of an eye. Gone too soon.
Those so far are two things that are gone too soon if you want them to be around for longer. Mm-hmm. Do you know the thing about a rainbow? There's two things I know about rainbows. Mm-hmm. Number one, when there's rainbows, there's rain.
Yes.
And number two, if you're looking at a rainbow, you always know that the sun is behind you. Mm-hmm. I only learnt that one recently. I'm 50 years old. I only learnt that one recently.
Light refraction.
Yeah, I understand about refraction, diffraction, and all that, prisms and all that sort of stuff. Not prisons. That's where we met.
That's right. I thought we met at Rent-A-Gent. Oh no, you're right. It was. Yeah,
it's because of Rent-A-Gent.
It was because of Rent-A-Gent, and then all right. Yeah, then we became friends in prison. But yeah, we met at Rent-A-Gent.
Why did you say friends in inverted commas like that? In inverted commas.
Well, before that, we hated each other. Remember where we worked at? No, I wasn't suggesting anything. I'm just saying, just remember Rent-A-Gent days when you and I were a bit fisticuffs with each other, didn't like each other. We were both at the top of the game. It's competitive. Man.
It was a jostle.
It was a jostle, and a bit of a jostle in prison too, to be honest. So anyway, look, my argument here is...
Yes.
Rainbows, they can't go too soon. No. They arrive when they arrive. They go when they go.
They do. They do.
Nobody's going, well, that should have lasted 10 minutes longer.
Have you ever taken a photo of a rainbow thinking, I really want to just, remember that moment, and then never, ever looked at it again, or looked at it and it's the same as every other rainbow photo you've taken?
Or worse than most. All the other rainbow pictures I've ever seen and gone, I thought rainbow over the gasworks would be brilliant. Turns out, not so pretty.
I was driving down the street the other day, coming back from Launceston to Hobart, and I saw a rainbow, and I thought, bloody hell, the gays are at it again. They're taking over the sky.
Well, you know what gay people have got? They've got gold at the end of the rainbow.
No.
They have.
Is that what they make their sequin jackets out of?
I think it is. I think that's how it works. That's why we know leprechauns are gay. Did you know that? Leprechauns are gay. I'm allowed to say that because I'm part Irish, so I'm allowed to accuse leprechauns of being gay.
You're a third leprechaun as well. John's 6 foot tall, but his legs are only 1 foot tall.
That's right. Yeah. It's a very odd look going down the street. Shiny and sparkly and splendidly bright. Here one day, gone one night.
So is he talking about the rainbows still? Or is
I think he is. I think he's going on about the rainbow, basically.
Okay, so shiny and sparkly. What is it?
But he was already gone. He's already sang about it gone, and now he continues on about it.
Because it was gone too soon. The guy's got to have something to talk about.
He has, hasn't he?
Let's be fair, dinkum. Maybe, I reckon he just put that line in because it rhymes nicely.
Are you suggesting slightly poor writing?
Maybe. What's he going to do about it?
Exactly.
Is he going to come round here and go, excuse me?
Like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon.
Hang on, can I guess the next line?
Please do.
Gone too soon.
You have nailed it. You're good at this game. You are so good at it. 4 points for you.
Yes. Well, hang on, so do that one again. So what is it, like the sunshine?
Like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon.
But if it was a cloudy afternoon, there's no freaking sunlight.
Yeah, exactly.
So wouldn't it be like, was it cloudy all day?
I don't know. He's being really vague about it.
This is a very weather-focused song too. Meteorological. I should have thought that I can't say that word before I say it.
But he should know. He's always saying, it's gone too soon, gone too soon. Weather by its very nature is kind of unpredictable.
Yeah.
I mean, people try. There's whole bureaus about it.
I did say that I haven't read the lyrics of this yet, but is there anything in there about a Labrador?
A Labrador. Let me have a look. No.
Like the family pet gone too soon. Like Aunt Carol, who was at the peak of her career.
Look, if Aunt Carol at the peak of her career, had a heart attack and planted face down the stairs at work, that would be gone too soon.
Yeah.
That would be gone too soon. That's just a pure accident. Gone too soon.
So-
Aunt Carol.
Why isn't he putting that in his song?
Like old Aunt Carol rolling down the stairs one sunny afternoon. Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
Absolutely.
And that would rhyme, and it's nice.
And it's nice. And genuinely, Auntie Carol has gone too soon.
Between you and me, though,
Yeah.
she was a bit of a bitch.
You know what? I never liked her.
I never
I
liked her.
never liked her.
And that dress she wore.
I know. She used to throw food at me. Do you remember that when Aunt Carol used to
I
throw food
do.
at me?
Cans of creamed corn. It was.
You know what?
In
you
the
see
can.
where my head's dented?
I do.
If you shave my hair off, it look like the craters of the moon due to Aunt Carol throwing tins of fruit at me.
It looks like an often booted football with not enough air in it.
Yeah, thanks, Aunt Carol.
Why are you crying?
I laugh when I cry. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
I heard a Labrador joke today.
Oh, go on.
What do you call a magician's Labrador?
I don't know.
A labracadabrador.
That is such a dad joke. But you're a dad. You're allowed.
I know.
You've got a dad joke telling license.
I've been a dad for way long, like 23 years. I've been in. I've only got that one joke to show for it.
Well, it's a pretty good one.
Thanks, man.
To people who like Labrador jokes, I'm pretty sure that's like at least towards the top of the list of Labrador jokes.
Do you know what else Michael Jackson could have done? He could have put a more positive spin on this and been like, like terminal cancer, when you were getting a GoFundMe and raising heaps of money for yourself and you get cured of cancer and your cancer's gone too soon, right at the peak of when you're about to make your GoFundMe goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a much better verse. That would be a verse that made sense.
You'd
At
probably
least.
have to rap it because I don't think that rhymed.
Well, you can make it, right?
Go on.
That was too much in it. I was hoping you were going to go there.
Okay. When you got too many questions, you don't have the answer. You got to go fund me because you got cancer. You're raising money. You're about to hit your goal. Later on that day, oh no, I can't do it. I was going all right though.
That was really good. I was actually very impressed. Just you just did that off the cuff completely. You spat fire, my friend. Okay, isn't that what the kids say?
Oh, yes, that's what
Spit fire.
Is that what
You
the kids
spitting
say?
fire, bro.
the kids say. You're spitting the fire.
You're spitting the fire.
I was on the fire. I was spat out my tonsils.
I'm only
was
going to
there.
stamp out little ground fires around you. You are spitting fire, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, well done.
I've never done that.
Well, you've done it now. You can tick that off your list. Like a castle. Okay, we're moving away from weather slightly.
Okay, but we're still
We're still geographic.
geological.
We're
in
geological.
Yeah. Okay.
We're still natural phenomenon apart from.
So you say castle. I would have thought you're a castle guy.
No, I'm a castle.
Garage or garage?
It depends. Usually garage.
Garage. Grant or Grant?
Grant.
Grant. Oh, so you've almost got more of a northern... Because my wife, Gaynor, is from the north of England, as you know. And well, my dad said Grant.
Grant. Well, I'm from Derby, which if you think of the shape of England and pick a spot right in the middle, as far away from any hope and joy as you can get, that is Derby. Shell of the universe.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
That is not a very endearing tagline.
No, it's not.
Do
I
they-
apologise to everyone. No, I had a wonderful childhood growing up there, but I wouldn't move back. I went there a few years ago. Not that impressed, but, it was good to be back.
Well, if you're
But
listening
no,
to this
not
podcast and
Derby.
you are from Derby and you want to say something good about Derby, drop us a line.
There's lots good about Derby. I mean, all the roads lead out. No, I was raised there and I do love it. It is my hometown, but I have a hybrid accent. I haven't got a pure Derby accent.
No.
I've sort of got a mishmash of Australian. So sometimes I'll say a pure Australian word, sometimes. So if people are wondering what the F is he doing with his mouth sounds, I've just got a muddled up weird accent and I'm usually drunk.
What I really like about this episode so far is that when I upload it, I won't have to tick the explicit content button because neither of us have done bad swears.
I edited myself.
You
I was
did.
very proud.
You did. You said F instead
And
of
people, but the thing is, people, anyway.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Thanks, man. I've been working on it. I've been doing lots of deep personal work to try to remove my bad language.
It's good timing too because I filled out all the paperwork on Apple Podcasts this afternoon for us to eventually monetize. So.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway, castles.
Like a castle. So I tried to sound a bit Australian then.
You did.
Like a castle.
Like a castle.
Like a castle built upon a sandy beach. Gone too soon.
He didn't use a rhyming thing in there like he did in his
he
other
didn't.
lyrics.
No.
Do you think he's just given up at this stage? Like, I wonder what else goes too soon.
I think he was, but also he was thinking, I should probably research tides and stuff for this one. No, I won't bother. Because it's going to be gone exactly... If he built this sandcastle, he knows the water's going to come in.
Yeah.
He knows when. It's not going to be gone too soon.
And he's got a choice of where to build it.
Yeah.
Like-
He's chosen to build it there, knowing full well the tide will come in, destroy the sandcastle at a certain point.
Yes.
Yet somehow, he's surprised about this.
What an idiot.
I know.
No wonder he's not around anymore. Next thing I know, you'll be telling me something like he once did a Pepsi commercial and his hair caught fire.
Oh, that would just be crazy talk.
Ridiculous.
I know.
Next thing I know, you'll be saying that he was born with black skin.
Look, this is just crazy talk. We all know he's a white woman, so
Where's the lyric about his pigment? Gone too soon.
that must be
My natural
probably
nose.
later. It's probably later. We're probably going to get to it in a minute.
Yeah, my natural nose. Gone too soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a really nice, awesome head of hair.
Yeah, gone too soon. Gone too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good-looking black man. Gone too
Gone
soon.
too soon. And he was a gorgeous looking
He was a handsome. He was a handsome man.
whether he's black or white.
Yeah.
If you're talking about my baby, it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
I like that. That was good. Oh, that was good. Shall we move on?
I think we should before everyone leaves.
Like a perfect flower
Oh,
that
yeah.
is just beyond your reach. Gone too soon. He's being lazy. He doesn't want to reach just a little further for a flower.
See, I was thinking then he could have gone like a perfect flower that's just about to bloom. Gone too soon. You know, it could have rhymed, is all I'm saying.
It could have rhymed. It would still be factually incorrect, but it doesn't matter because the original's incorrect as well. So we can throw anything in
Like a
there.
perfect flower just beyond your. So what would that be in a inside of a closed florist? Like how else would a flower be just beyond your reach? Because, like
Maybe he's watching the flower.
yeah.
And he's watching the flower, and the florist has a sign on it saying, I'll be taking this flower away at 6 p.m. And he says, I'm going to stand here and watch this flower that's just beyond my reach because of the glass till 6 p.m. 5:54 rolls out, the florist comes out, takes the flower away, then it's gone too soon. But it would have been nice if he'd mentioned it somewhere in there because otherwise we have no idea.
Yeah, what about a bit of bloody context, Michael Jackson, if that is your real
I just
name?
want to know how a flower that you can't quite reach is gone too soon.
I feel that way sometimes about, like, a bottle of whiskey.
I was thinking that myself. That's definitely gone too soon.
It's going too soon. And then my liver function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it'd be a bag of something randomly green. That's always gone too soon.
Yeah.
But he doesn't mention it in the song.
Broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli. I hate when the broccoli's gone too soon.
Yeah. You're a very healthy man, aren't you?
No. No. I drink, I smoke, I do all the stuff.
There's a song.
And have major accidents.
There's a
that
song.
doesn't help.
Yeah, you poor old bugger.
Yeah.
We'll do a special episode on one of John's accidents at some stage. But what was I going to say? It doesn't matter. Carry on.
Born to amuse, to
Hang on.
inspire, to delight.
Born to a muse or born to one word amuse?
Amuse.
Okay,
As in born to be funny.
Okay. Born
What
to
you? You're born to be funny.
looking.
Nah, mate.
Come on.
Nah, you're not funny looking.
Say it to my
You're
face.
not funny looking. You're a handsome fella, you.
Stop it.
So you are, apparently, born to amuse, to inspire, to delight. Here one day,
Yeah.
gone one night.
Oh.
Like a sunset, dying on the rising of the moon. Gone
Too soon. Do you reckon his doctor read that last verse and went, hold my beer, Michael, here's your drugs, and then it all became a self-fulfilling prophecy, or am I just looking into it too much?
It is quite amazing because when it says born to amuse, to inspire, to delight, who's he talking about here? He can only be singing about himself, really.
Who's he think he is? Isaiah 53. Few people get that reference.
I wish I did.
It's,
I would have done years
it's
ago.
prophetic.
Yeah.
It's prophetic, talking about something 400 years in the future. But, okay, well, that verse on its own has me intrigued more about this song. Because it really sounds like he's singing about himself.
In that line, yeah. I mean, you could take it as a metaphor with the entire song. It's almost a song about himself.
Yeah.
Because surely he's not actually singing about a comet. It's all emblematic of something.
Yeah, of him. Like, he's been an entertainer ever since he was on Different Strokes.
That's right, yeah. You know, remember when... Because all the Jackson 5 were in that thing.
Yeah, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, Willis
That was him, wasn't
played
it?
by his brother. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was played by Michael Jackson. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah. And then he was Webster. Remember when he was Webster?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember
Yeah,
that show, Webster?
I remember that show. He was good in that.
Yeah.
He should have stuck with the acting. Instead, he went
should
into music, didn't he?
Yeah.
And kind of ruined it all, writing absolute nonsense like this.
Yeah. And that song about a rat, Ben.
Is that the he's singing about the guy who dobbed on him?
Oh yeah, that rat.
He's a rat.
Oh, that was a
but
creeper.
it's a love story though, isn't it? Maybe he loves Ben.
See, he's a bit weird if you think about his song choices. Like, you know, he's got this one obviously that we're talking about tonight, but like the one he's singing to a rat. You know, Ben, the two of us need look no more. We've both found what we're looking for. Do you reckon Ben was looking for a 14-year-old African American?
You know what I think they were both looking for? Biscuits.
Biscuits.
They were looking for. I don't think there's anything sus in it. They were looking for biscuits because what else are you going to find with a rat that you're both looking for? That if you're a 9-year-old boy with your pet rat, we just found biscuits. Of course, you're both happy. So I think it's about biscuits.
I wonder if he ever got royalties for the movie Ratatouille.
You know what? Was it the same rat though? Did Ben move on to go into acting?
Well, I haven't heard the entire song for a long time, but I think there's in the third verse there's a reference to cooking and soup and hair pulling.
Hair pulling and directionally articulating a human.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I remember that verse. Vaguely.
Yeah.
I couldn't quote it.
We'll look at it.
Look it up. Look it up. Look, Google it. Google it.
We'll do it for another episode.
Yeah.
So that's the song, is it?
That's the song, mate.
That is a song I don't think I'm going to go listen to. Ever.
You don't think?
No.
I can't stand it whenever it comes on. The reason I picked it was because I hadn't thought of it. It was on the radio the other day at work, and I heard it, and I thought,
oh, that's ridiculous.
these lyrics mean nothing.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, hold on, I know a podcast about that.
Well, we're going to go have some dinner together, and then maybe we should record next week's episode after dinner.
Absolutely, mate. Sounds good.
All right, that's very inspiring and enlightening. Gone Too Soon by Michael Jackson. If you have enjoyed this podcast, please do kindly consider putting on a velvet glove and gently touching the subscribe button with your opposing hand. It would help us out a lot. And if you can, leave a comment in the comment section, just like our good friend Nick Stephen just did. And we had promised to do for Nick Stephen one more time, Russian voice. John, would you like to say hello and goodbye to good friend, Comrade Nicholas Stevensky?
Hello, Comrade Nicholas Stevensky. Very good to have you listening in.
We like your comment. It's been published and you are now famous happy man.
One day, as the first commenter, you'll be very, very, very famous.
Very famous. More famous than this song right here.
Пум-пурум-тарам, в опилки, пом-пом-пом-пом. Если я чешу в затылке, не беда. В голове моей опилки, да. Но хотят там и опилки, но кричалки и вопилки, а также шумелки, пыхтелки и сопелки сочиняю я неплохо иногда. Да. Хорошо живет на свете Винни-Пух, оттого поет он эти песни вслух. И неважно, чем он занят.